Okay, at this point, we want to assign some selection rules to that knowledge base we just created, as I mentioned, so that it automatically selects the geometry for us. So we're just going to load the knowledge base, and you can load the knowledge base automatically up here and run it, or you can load it from down here to set the selection rules. You do need to do it from down here if you're going to set your rules. So we're going to do K-Bases tab, and we're going to select our knowledge base that we created. Let's go ahead and find that. Okay, so here's the knowledge base that we just created. So we're going to select it, and it loads it down here. So you see that we have the two operations that we created in our template file. One's a profiling operation, one's a whole profiling operation. All of the parameters that we used in the operation are all defined in this knowledge base right here. Now at this point, we want to assign some selection rules. So we're going to expand these two operations. You see this icon for selection rules, and it's starred. That means that no selection rules have been set yet. So we're just going to double click on that icon. We're going to look at this dialog, geometry selection rules. Okay, this applies to this operation and this knowledge base. So we're going to apply it by layer. And for the profiling, we're going to use the outer layer. Okay, this is the outer layer here. I'm going to pick OK. And we're going to go to the whole profiling selection rules. And we're going to go by layer. And we're going to pick the inner layer for our whole profiling. Again, the names of these layers have to match the layers that you have created and the layers that you have created in your knowledge base as well, so that everything lines up. Okay, so we got the inner, we're going to pick OK. So we see that the stars have went away. So let's go ahead and save our knowledge base back out. Okay, so we got that saved. Now at this point, we flattened our panels out on the assembly.
I think you just loaded it again, Don. You haven't saved it, I don't think. Go back and look at the knowledge base selection rules.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Okay, so that goes on the outer. I saved the knowledge base, not sure why it didn't save it. And this will be by layer, and this will be inner. Okay. And we're gonna, we're gonna save it. Pick the wrong icon, there's what it was.
Yeah.
So go here, we're gonna go to marketing, webinars, 24, May, final, and we're gonna save it as this template. Thank you, Joe. Okay. So we got our knowledge base created, we got it saved. Let's hop over to our actual panel layout. Okay, it looks like we got to load that. I don't see it here. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back over here. And okay, start on assembly.
Oh, that's the file, Don. That's exactly the file. The one that's open is what you have. You have turned everything off.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay. So we're going to turn off our components. Let's turn off layer one. Okay. So now we have the sheet. So these are the components that we're going to assign the knowledge base to. Let's go back over to our tools tab. At this point, we had the knowledge base loaded here, but you can do this on any file. You can apply the knowledge base to any file that you need to. It doesn't have to be created in the same file that you're going to machine. For us in this webinar, we just have it in the same file. So we're going to load our knowledge base. Okay, here is the knowledge base that we just created. So we got our operations up here. At this point, everything is set up to machine this or create the operations automatically. We just have to regenerate them. Okay, not sure why it didn't grab that. Okay, let's check this again down here. Okay, profiling.
I think you got the outer one hidden. Maybe that's why.
Oh yeah, that's why. You're right. Okay, let's regenerate those again. No, that wasn't it.
Yeah, you got to reload the knowledge base.
Okay, okay, let's cancel that. Okay, let's get rid of that. Load that. Okay. There we go. So we just loaded our knowledge base that we created. The geometry is automatically selected based on what the layers were named. So it grabbed it automatically. And just as a quick recap here, again, you can create your knowledge base separate from this file. And you just, in your mind, when you set up your knowledge base, you got an idea, obviously, of what the type of parts are you going to be cutting. You can do all of that separate from the actual file, the sheet file that you're going to cut. And then you can bring that knowledge base in to whichever sheet that you want to apply the knowledge base to, and just regenerate your operations. So at this point, you do the knowledge base, and then you can apply it however many times on however many sheets that you want to apply it to. Now, obviously, we talked about these 3 stages, and it's a little bit of work to set this up. But once you have it set up, and once you have your knowledge bases verified that they work the way you intend them to work, from that moment forward, everything is going to be automated for you. The layout, the nesting is going to be automated. Throwing in the knowledge base and regenerating it, that's going to automate the machining, creating the actual operations. And we can just simulate this real quick. Let's create a stock. So there's our outer cutouts for the perimeters, and there's our inner hole profiles. Okay. Now, at this point, I'm basically done with my portion, and I'm going to pass it over to Joe, and he's going to talk about how you can make your life even easier so you won't have to do everything that I just did in the webinar. So he's going to talk about scripting. Joe, you want to go ahead and take it? Joe?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I'm just gonna transfer the screen. I'm gonna make Joe the presenter. Okay. So big yes. Okay. At this point, Joe, you should have it. They entered late into the webinar, and they was wanting to know, saying that they can't see the selection rules. They can only see the control geometry. So I'm gonna guess what might be going on here.
Yeah, I think the selection rules are in knowledge bases.
Yeah.
So let me do this. So if I load a knowledge base, it's only available in knowledge bases. It's not in the operations. If you're looking at the operations, these are not. This is not where you'll find it. You'll see it in the knowledge base tab. You'll see the selection rules as you load the knowledge base.
And can we show the colors too, Joe, in the selection rules?
Yeah. Yeah. So you can the knowledge base rules you can select by curve types, or you can say or. You can use layer filters, or you can use color filters.
Okay. Any other questions? You guys put them in the questions panel. We'll address them right now. We got a couple of minutes left. Okay. Well, it looks like that's about it, Joe.
All right. Yeah, if you have any other additional questions, yeah, please feel free to drop us an email at support@MecSoft, and we'll be happy to answer. And then, like I said, we will clean this up, the video, and then send it out to you guys. Okay. Once it's ready. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And then we'll see you next month.
Thank you, guys. Take care.